welcome to the TMZ Swiftie podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Miller, and joining me today is...
Stephanie. Hi. Stephanie Williams.
Stephanie, I was sure.
I have like 50 last names. It's really hard. Stephanie Renee York Williams. So let's just call me Steph.
Okay. We won't get into that?
We won't get into it.
Fantastic. So we obviously, of course, have some Taylor Swift breaking news for you. I have a big... I thought of something this morning.
What was it?
That Taylor Swift might have been at the game before we all knew about it. One of the coaches came out, and I remembered a photo that we were all fighting over. Adam Sandler talks Taylor Swift. We, of course, have a little Travis update for you.
Love a Travis update.
Potentially breaking news while the podcast is filming. A little tour talk.
Okay.
A little more Tortured Poets Department theory.
Cannot wait. April 19th. Don't forget.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm enjoying this roller coaster. And a spotted for you. And a fun fact, a very interesting fun fact about why Taylor is very good at songwriting. It's all coming together. So first on the list, Taylor Swift breaking news.
Bum-ba-da-dum.
Jack Antonoff did a interview with the LA Times, and he brought up Taylor's arch nemesis.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. So he was talking to the LA Times and said, "It's been a long time since I would have taken Kanye's call. I'm so incredibly bored when someone doesn't have the sauce anymore, so they go elsewhere to shock. It's just a remarkable waste of space."
You know, the thing I love about Jack is he always is letting out the secret tea of like, because that's must mean that's kind of how Taylor feels about it too.
Yeah.
They kind of think the same way. Like, don't forget when, you know, he revealed that song "Losing Me" came out like 2 years before.
Right.
Like he gives us details that like maybe Taylor can't say she's like tired of even like.
Well, Taylor doesn't want to be the one saying
right.
it.
So Jack says it,
and like Taylor wanted us to know that yes,
that's how
You're Losing Me is about Joe Alwyn.
Yes, and with this, I think talking about Kanye in this context, Taylor feels that way, and Jack's saying that they both feel that way.
I think that this is why we can't have nice things, and that is this a stab at Kanye West's music? Like, his music sucks. I wouldn't work with him. He's an anti-Semite.
Yeah, of course.
Is that what is?
Yes, I think Jack's also saying like who he is publicly right now. He doesn't want to be associated with who he is like in the music industry. He doesn't want to. Just period. He's tired of it. It's gotten old.
He doesn't have the ability. Kanye West's music doesn't have the ability to carry his relevancy, so he's depending on shock value with being.
Right. And I think Jack's also the one to kind of say this in terms of like he's an incredibly talented songwriter and is working with the biggest artists on the planet right now. So he has the credentials to like say that at this point.
Yeah.
You know, Taylor doesn't have to say crazy stuff to be relevant. And maybe that's Jack's take. Kanye has to say crazy shit to be like relevant.
Kanye's music just isn't hitting it.
It's not hitting it anymore for Jack.
Not up to par.
Not up to par.
Wouldn't work with him.
Not giving top hit.
Music is trash.
I don't know. I just think the reputation of Taylor Swift is coming around.
Oh, it's been around, baby.
I can't wait until Reputation comes out so we can kind of see how she feels exactly about Kanye right now. Because she's not going to say full throttle other than like Time Magazine, like how she feels about Kanye.
I think we're getting the vault tracks are going to be Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's finally ready. I know she wrote songs about Calvin Harris. I know she
You think so?
100%.
No, I think I Forgot You Existed. That was about him. I Forgot That You Existed. You're done.
She did forget he existed by Lover, but there was a point where she was like raging about Calvin Harris.
What do you think about Kim having her own vault track in terms of like, you're the wife of like my actual enemy and you screwed me over and like publicly humiliated me? I think that's coming too.
If we could get Kim, Calvin, and Kanye. Whoa. If Calvin, thank God Calvin's name isn't spelled with a K, huh?
Yeah.
That was
I'm not even going to get into it.
Okay.
I'm just going to blow over that one.
Okay. Moving on. So I was thinking in my mind this morning about an article that came out. So Dave Merritt, he is a defensive backs coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, whatever that means.
Okay.
But he said when Taylor started to come around, it was privately. She was coming into the stadiums without people knowing until the camera put a big spotlight on it. So the first game that we, society, knew she went to was on September 24th, and it was between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears, where the Chiefs won 41-10, which is insane. Now, before that happened, the Swiftie community was going absolutely bananas because there was a photo going around the internet of a woman.
I remember this photo.
You
going
remember
around.
this?
I do.
A woman standing next to Donna Kelce, very tall, very skinny, very fit. And everyone said this. And I think it is because if you look at the nails and you look at the nail polish, that is giving me
Even the bottom of the face looks like her.
the bottom of the face.
That's what gives it away. Like, yes, the outfit, yes, the nails, but look at the bottom of the face. It looks just like her.
No, when I saw this photo, I was like, that is Taylor Swift. Like, I was 100% convinced. And everyone was like, no, it's not Taylor Swift. This is Kylie Kelce, which was quickly rolled out because she's wearing a Kansas City Chiefs hat.
And one thing about her, she will not wear anything but her man's team.
Or the podcast merchandise.
Okay,
She'll wear
guys,
red.
No other NFL team will she wear.
Yes. And she'll wear Kansas City colors,
Not team.
not the merch.
Right.
She will not.
So that can't be her.
So it cannot be Kylie Kelce. And if this man, Dave, is saying that she was going into the stadiums without being noticed, who else is this?
Right. She's obviously, it's clearly her. She's going in incognito. The way they're standing too, I don't know if you can relate to this in terms of you're a little bit nervous. Like, they're not cuddled up yet in terms of like mother-in-law vibes yet.
Yeah.
It's a new relationship. She's with the mother of like her man. Hi.
Giving nervous energy.
Like, I just got here. Like I'm new GF. That's
Yeah.
what that photo is really giving.
So our news director brought up a good point. He said, but where is security?
I mean, they could be anywhere in that photo.
I think there's a shoe right here that could be the security shoe. We don't,
Also, even her in the box, like, she doesn't have security right there next to her
Right.
in terms of maybe they're just a little bit of ways.
they're just a little bit, or maybe they're like backstage in like a safe area.
Yeah, that could totally be her.
That you think? What's your percentage of yes? I think it's her.
Taylor is very calculated, 100%. She loves to go incognito.
She knows how to go incognito.
She knows, she loves it, and she likes to drop little hints. I think this was like a perfect little, if they see me, I'm not going to be screwed, but like I would like to stay incognito until said time.
Yeah.
And that was like totally her.
So 90.
Oh, you want like a rating?
Yeah.
Or like
Percentage.
a percentage? Yeah, like 90.
I would say 99.
Okay.
I'm pretty convinced this is her.
Right.
Was this her first game?
No.
And look at the size of those feet.
Taylor.
Taylor. Huge.
I think that's like, if I had to say based off gut instinct, that's like the second game she went to.
You think?
Yeah, because that's not the first time they met. They look a little too close to be first time you meet.
I kind of think this was the first game.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
She just looks very like, what's going on?
Yeah. I think it's the second.
Okay.
Because the mom looks like she knows her.
Okay.
Look at
Yeah.
Travis's mom, Mama
Yeah.
Kelce.
Mama Kelce.
Mama Kelce looks very like comfortable.
Yeah.
And as we know, in the beginning of their relationship, she wasn't exactly comfortable like in the public eye. She looks a little bit comfortable there.
Okay.
I would even say maybe even third game. I don't know.
I would say second.
Okay, then let's go with second so we
Okay.
can agree. Second
Okay.
game?
We don't have to agree.
I mean, I would say second.
Okay. I like that. This is Taylor Swift's second game.
Yep.
What was the first? We'll figure it out. Let's get to work, baby. Okay. So let us know. You tell us. Is it Taylor Swift? Is it not?
First game,
First
second
game.
or third game.
Okay. Good. I like this.
Comment below.
So apparently celebrities don't get nervous around other celebrities.
Right. So it's really cute, actually. Adam Sandler was saying that he does get nervous around Taylor Swift.
But only Taylor Swift?
Only Taylor Swift, because his children like look up to her so much, and like that pressure of like he doesn't want to say the wrong thing. And I think that's the cutest thing ever as a
You do?
dad. And like, yeah.
I think so. He was on Conan O'Brien's podcast.
Yep.
You know what? Taylor Swift, because what she means to my Your kids? Yeah.
I get a little fucking jumpy, or like I'm just because I don't want to blow up for my kids, so I'm a little like Taylor, you know, like I talk a little too loud or something. I don't act as cool as you can.
You yell her name outside her house.
Taylor.
She's this whole other level now.
That is, people talk about the Beatles of it all, and her just man. I mean, fuck. So many smash hits. Remember the Beatles, every fucking song on the record you knew, that's Taylor Swift too. You just, there's not a song you skip.
Is that him basically saying like Taylor Swift is the Beatles?
As big as the Beatles, 100%. That's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like thinking back to like iconic times, she is as big for this generation as the Beatles were then.
I think that is kind of bullshit, honestly.
Why?
I think that she is so much bigger than the Beatles.
Do you think she's equivalent to Elvis?
I don't think like I get that we weren't around that time, but like the Beatlemania, Michael Jackson mania, like I would say that if we put Taylor back then, because of Instagram and the way things have changed and evolved, I would think she'd be bigger. And I think if we put the Beatles and Michael Jackson and all those big ones in today's world, I don't think they would compare.
I think, yeah, I agree with that.
I would say like the Beatles would be like the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be like the Jonas Brothers. I think the Beatles would be equivalent to maybe, there's no like boy band, maybe One Direction.
Okay.
Like something big. They had a lot of weight to like their name. But I do think Taylor Swift's in a whole nother level of like success, like amp, like everyone's so excited to see her.
And just like the fact that like she really is the first person to make $1 billion just off of music alone.
But like you said, things were different back then in terms of celebrity, and like it was harder, it was like easier to be noticed as a celebrity because there wasn't as many celebrities. Like Taylor's in a whole nother realm of like famous, because everyone can be an influencer now. Everyone's famous in like their own different regard. She is mega famous.
You cannot, I don't think we'll ever see somebody as big as Taylor Swift ever again. An anomaly? Is that called an anomaly?
Yeah. I mean, the Eras Tour is what really like took it over the edge. And I don't know if we'll ever see that again in terms of concerts.
No.
Never.
No.
Can
Taylor do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, that's a good point, because unless she does a whole nother like, okay, here's my 4 albums together kind of vibe, where she does Eras Tour Part 2, but with 4 different albums, or however many albums was in the Eras Tour, like I think that would be the only way. Eras Tour was unbeatable.
Moving on to a little Travis update.
Love Trav.
Daddy. Travis has been just getting around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Last week he was spotted again at Nobu. And this is very un-Travis-like. So paparazzi got pictures of Travis at Nobu Malibu. He went through the kitchen. He did not go through the front. And I think that paps were like on it because he was there before he went to Sydney and no one knew he was at Malibu, Nobu. So he must have gone through the back. People are paying attention.
That's how you know you're famous, when you go through the back.
Yeah.
You go through the kitchen. That's when you've made it.
What is he doing? Like, we hadn't seen him for a while. He spotted in Nobu after Australia.
Yep.
Then we see him now in Pennsylvania. He's getting a haircut with Williams Oregano. I don't know. It's not the main guy that's cutting his hair.
Okay.
But why is he in Pennsylvania? Why is he not in Singapore?
Why is he at Nobu?
What the fuck is he doing?
Okay, I think, this is my thoughts. I think, okay, football's over, time to rage, time to party, time to get outside.
He's been partying for the last 2 weeks.
It won't be done for a while. I think in terms of his personality and how lively he is, I could totally see him being like, Super Bowl's done, crush that shit. Now I'm on to like, I want to go to Nobu with the pals. I want to go to game nights with my friends.
I want to
go
live
to
the celebrity
Australia.
life.
He wants to live the celebrity life. He is perfect for Taylor Swift.
Well,
genuinely.
We know that.
Because I think he loves the limelight a little bit differently than like I would say her exes. And he doesn't want to be famous like her.
He enjoys it.
He enjoys it. He loves it. He's like, yeah, take a picture of me and my girl.
He's
yeah.
not desperate for it, but he enjoys it.
Yeah. And like, you know, we even talked about this in like the TMZ doc for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Like they are in the same lane in different fields, and like he's not intimidated that she's a little bit like above him. He like enjoys it.
I love it.
Yeah, that's why he's at Nobu. He's like, let me get outside. Let me go hang out.
But also he's like going through the back.
That's because he's like so famous.
I love it. Okay, so there is a reason that our Father, Arch in heaven. Just kidding.
I can't wait to see where this goes.
There's a reason our new father is in Pennsylvania. Jason Kelce has officially announced he's retiring from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Are you sad about this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am sad because I did go to an Eagles game specifically to see Jason, and I loved it. I love Philadelphia Eagles fans. I had the best time in Philly. And I feel like us as a Swiftie community have just recently been turned on to Jason Kelce.
Right.
So it's kind of a bummer that we just got in as it's coming to a close.
But you know what this means?
What?
More podcast apps, more focus on the pod.
No, they only do the podcast during the season
No, I feel like now they're going to graduate into a different element of the pod.
or a new broadcasting
Yeah,
feature.
there's going to be some level up element to the pod that Swifties are going to love. You know, fans of his are going to love.
I was just ready to become a full-fledged
I
Jason
know.
Kelce Philadelphia
I know.
Eagles fan, and it's been taken away from me.
So we got to look at the bright side. In terms of Swifties, we're going to get more content, more info.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right. Let's move along. So, tour talk.
Or talk.
Taylor is in Singapore. And during one of her concerts in Singapore, a fan went viral. Well, can we call her a fan if she doesn't know Champagne Problems? The community is divided. So during Champagne Problems, during her Evermore era, she was playing Champagne Problems and a fan was shazamming what song it is. Now, I respect this because Evermore is one of my favorite albums. It does not get the love that it deserves. That's when a lot of people go to the restroom, and that I want to scream in people's faces. So the fact that she recognizes she doesn't know the full discography and she's like, this is a hit. I know this is a hit. Like for the moment you first hear Champagne Problems, you're like, holy hell. And that's what that fan was doing.
Yeah, it could also be a thing of like, oh, I'm taking somebody that is a huge fan to the concert, and she's like, wait, she's becoming a Swiftie as the Eras tour continues, and she's like, wait, this one I need to know the name of.
Yeah. Like
I'm
she's becoming a
obsessed.
fan during the concert.
That's what I'm saying. So like she could have been taking some, like not a fan, but not like a hater, and just goes, oh, I'm gonna go with my friend to the concert, gonna take someone to the concert, and then she's like, wait, this one right now, I relate to. Let me Shazam.
Yeah. I think
respect
that
it.
like is your entry into Swiftie community.
Totally.
It's your initiation.
Yeah, and how iconic. She's like, I found out what Champagne Problems was when I was at the Eras tour.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think we can be mad at her at all.
No.
I kind of am obsessed.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were pissed at her though on TikTok.
Why?
Because they're like, why do you deserve to be at Eras tour if you don't know like Taylor Swift like as much as we do, said fan. You know what I mean? I think that was their point.
But I think the fact that she's now broadening the Swiftie community
Mhm.
is a win for all of us.
Totally. And that was their first entry? Oh my God.
That's iconic.
Could you imagine the first time you hear Champagne Problems, it's live?
No, because I remember exactly where I was and how I felt sitting and listening to Champagne Problems
were
for the
you?
first time. At my friend's house, staying up when the album first dropped, and I just like heard the song and I was like, "Holy shit, this is insane!
Love it.
I'm obsessed.
Love it.
I'm obsessed."
Love it.
Where were you?
I was like on a hike or something when she like, I know, crazy.
You didn't listen till the next day?
No, I listened on my hike.
At 9 at night?
Yes, the next day.
So you waited 24 hours to listen to it?
Yeah, Champagne Problems specifically. Yeah, I was like on a hike. It was during 2020.
I was obviously breaking COVID rules.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, I was at a party. I was at a club.
Oopsies.
Okay.
Okay. So this is very, very exciting. Are you up to date on the Clara BAU situation?
Yes.
A little quick recap.
Okay.
First of all, Clara BAU was a silent film actress in the 20s, and she got into even the talkies, which is when movies started having sound. She was the original It Girl. Taylor feels some sort of connection to her. We know that Clara BAU's star on the Walk of Fame is Sunset and Vine, which is a reference to the song Gorgeous,
Mhm.
Sunset and Vine. And she announced the final edition of the Tortured Poets Department vinyl edition CD.
Okay.
There were a lot of theories that these were stages of grief. There was the Bolter. There was the Albatross. What was the other one?
The Black Dog.
No, this is the new one.
Oh,
Therefore, the fourth was the original, or the first
yes.
was the original.
Yes.
The Bolter, the Albatross, and now we have our final one, which is the Black Dog.
The Black Dog.
So, do you know that Clara BAU owned a black dog named Diablo?
When I found out about this, I was like, oh my God, another thing where everything is making sense. Like, I'm so obsessed with the fact that she's doing Tortured Poets Department, but then also like linking in someone from like the past that was like an iconic icon.
Is this whole album, like Folklore was like a fantasy world, Evermore was a fantasy world.
Mhm.
Is this entire album going to be about Clara BAU?
No, I think it's going to be something similar though in terms of like iconic people that, you know, are in the same realm as Taylor, but in a different vicinity. So let's say she relates to Lana Del Rey in a different way. She relates to Jack in a different way. She relates to Clara. She relates to all these things.
But there's so many
Post Malone.
Easter eggs about Clara BAU.
I don't think the whole album is going to be about her. No,
Is it a 1920s vibe?
totally.
It has to be.
Like almost Gatsby, if you will.
I think it's going to be Gatsby.
Yeah, it's like that. But I think this album is going to be her with an element of like all these people, Post Malone, Lana Del Rey, like a little bit of like their deep side of the poetry realm, songwriting, lyrics.
I think it's going to be an entire album devoted to Clara BAU.
That's wrong.
I think I'm right.
Okay.
Okay. This was interesting though. While she was announcing, she had on the backdrop the Black Dog edition.
Yes.
By the way, I would like to say the back of the album, how she has like one lyric on the back of each edition.
Mm-hmm.
That one was Old Habits Die Screaming. And she sang a mashup of Clean and Evermore, which I think is her saying that I think this album is going to be about Clara BAU, but I also think it's going to be about her becoming clean from Joe Alwyn, about her moving on,
For sure.
about her letting go.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that message.
Totally.
The first night she was there, she went live for 10 seconds, and like Taylor Nation was like, maybe we'll get something tonight. She said nothing about it.
Okay.
And then Taylor Nation went on and posted something along the lines of like, and that concludes this meeting. And she did nothing.
It was obviously an accident. I don't think that had any deep. Otherwise, she would have done it.
All right, we should move on. Spotted.
She needs like some music with that. Spotted, like wherever. Okay.
Lisa from BLACKPINK at the second Eras Tour of Singapore.
This is a great pairing.
Rosé was also at a Tokyo show in Japan.
Yep.
Why aren't all BLACKPINK there together? Is
Um,
this hintings of a collaboration?
For sure.
Are we going to see another member in her stop in Paris?
For sure.
What does this mean?
I also think just because it's like they're a group, she might be closer with just those two girls. But there is meaning of like, I don't know. That means they're going to have a song together.
Do you think this is for sure going to have a song together?
Yeah, especially because there's rumblings. I'm not too sure on what exactly has like the final result of this, but there was rumblings of like BLACKPINK. They were going in their individual elements, individual lanes in their careers. So maybe they could do like individual songs with her. But yeah, I'm not sure what their contract was about though. They were like debating it though at one point. I remember that.
I thought when Rosé was there, I thought that was interesting that she was the first one there. She was the only one there. And now Lisa is there and the only one there. Why aren't they going as a group?
Because like they're individual people. She can move close with like two of them.
Yeah, I guess.
Just because they're a part of a group.
She did that with Camila Cabello, huh? Pluck
Right.
that one out of there.
I mean, she was the only talented one in that group anyway.
Oh my God, Stephanie. Okay, let's see. Fun fact of today is
What?
it makes sense why Taylor Swift is the greatest songwriter of all time, because
Okay.
she is a distant relative of Emily Dickinson. So Taylor and Emily are 6 cousins, 3 times removed. I couldn't tell you what that means. I think it has something to do with divorce. So Swift and Dickinson both descend from a 17th century English immigrant, Swift's 9th great-grandfather and Dickinson's 6th great-grandfather, who is an early settler of Windsor, Connecticut. This was all on Ancestry. Taylor Swift's ancestors remained in Connecticut for 6 generations until part of her family eventually settled in northwestern Pennsylvania, where they married into the Swift family line. So this is Taylor's mother, Andrea, who is a part of Emily Dickinson's family because her family married into the Swift family.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
That's interesting.
That's really interesting.
And
I also like how her grandma was also like a singer.
a singer.
Yeah, like I think there's a lot in her bloodline of like icons that were talented
Yeah.
like her.
This was all masterminded by the Taylor Swift god.
No, literally.
She's
like
a-
her ancestors masterminded this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why she's a mastermind.
Yeah.
Her ancestors were busy creating.
I mean, that's so much talent just even right there. And that's why she is who she is.
It's interesting, though. I think this isn't news to Taylor Swift because back in 2022, she referenced Emily Dickinson. She said, if my lyrics sound like a love letter written by Emily Dickinson's great-grandmother while sewing a lace curtain, just imagine that's me writing in the quill genre. So
Yeah, she knows.
she knows.
She knows.
She knows.
I think she pays tribute too to like all the people that she, you know, whatever genre she's writing that year. She's like, yep, this is for them.
It just kind of, it makes me sad at the same time because like I will never be as successful, and like you either have it in your genealogy or you just don't.
Yeah, this is proof that like if you
This-
just have it or you have
The
it.
stars
You have it or you don't.
really aligned. You either got it or you don't, baby.
That's the phrase. You either got it or you don't. And it's really in your bloodline. And if you don't have it, you're screwed.
You're screwed.
I have nobody in my bloodline that
Nobody.
is worth mentioning.
You're gonna end up like us.
Like literally, that's those two people in her bloodline makes so much sense.
No, it really does. Who else is she related to? Probably like I really did say last week that Taylor Swift is probably more of a genius than Albert Einstein.
Okay. I don't know about that.
But I wouldn't be surprised if I actually would like to look into this.
I think those, again, just like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, Albert Einstein and Taylor Swift, different realms.
No.
Both successful, different realms.
I'm gonna look it up and I'm sure we'll find that
Okay.
she's related to Albert.
All right.
Good old Albie. That's all we have for you today.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us.
So fun.
If you want to watch Stephanie in
TMZ Verified on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts.
you can watch this podcast on YouTube.
Apple and Spotify. Be sure to subscribe.
Leave us a
Comment down below.
Leave us. What did you think about Stephanie?
If they're nice, you can tell me what you think.
If you
I'm sensitive.
is Stephanie your least or most favorite guest host
Melanie,
we've had so far?
literally, I can't.
Give us the tea. Tell us how you really feel. But please leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you hate. And thank you so much. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.